Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Ran off the runway. Abort the attempt. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Power to mill, and keep the jet centered down the runway. Okay, max power. Advance the throttles to full power. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Next time, be more accurate with your steering when you line up for the takeoff. Power to mill and keep the jet centered down the runway. Okay, max power. Steer the jet onto the center line. Advance the throttles to full power. Ran off the runway. Abort the attempt. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. You ran off the Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Next time, be more accurate with your steering when you line up for the takeoff. Power to mill, and keep the jet centered down the runway. Advance the throttles, power to mill. Okay, max power. Steer the jet onto the center line. Advance the throttles to full power. Retract your gear and then set your flaps to auto. We need full power for this launch. Push the throttles all the way forward. Power to mill, and keep the jet centered down the runway. Okay, max power. Steer the jet onto the center line. the runway. Okay, max power. Steer the jet onto the center line. Steer the jet onto the center line. We need full power for this launch. Push the throttles all the way forward. Power to mill and keep the jet centered down the runway. Okay, max power. Steer the jet onto the center line. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Next time, be more accurate with your steering when you line up for the takeoff. Power to mill and keep the jet centered down the runway. Steer the jet onto the center line. Advance the throttles, power to mill. Okay, max power. Retract your gear and then set your flaps to auto. Start climbing. Aim your velocity vector at 10 degrees on your pitch scale. As you pass through 300 knots, pitch your nose up 45 degrees for the unrestricted climb. Not bad, but remember, every time we fly, there is always something that can be improved. Always be aware of your pitch scale to maintain a consistent climb. It's 10 degrees for the initial portion. We need full power. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Power to mill, and keep the jet centered down the runway. Advance the throttles, power to mill. Okay, max power. Retract your gear and then set your flaps to auto. Start climbing. Aim your velocity vector at 10 degrees on your pitch scale. As you pass through 300 knots, pitch your nose up 45 degrees for the unrestricted climb. Pitch up to 45 degrees. You made a number of mistakes today, but keep practicing to demonstrate your full potential. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Next time, be more accurate with your steering when you line up for the takeoff. Power to mill, and keep the jet centered down the runway. Okay, max power. Retract your gear and then set your flaps to auto. Start climbing. Aim your velocity vector at 10 degrees on your pitch scale. As you pass through 300 knots, pitch your nose up 45 degrees for the unrestricted climb. Not bad, but remember, every time we fly, there is always something that can be improved. Always be aware of your pitch scale to maintain a consistent climb. It's 10 degrees for the initial portion. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Next time, be more accurate with your steering when you line up for the takeoff. Power to mill and keep the jet centered down the runway. Okay, max power. Retract your gear and then set your flaps to auto. Start climbing. Aim your velocity vector at 10 degrees on your pitch scale. As you pass through 300 knots, pitch your nose up 45 degrees for the unrestricted climb. Whoa, that was awesome to watch. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Next time, be more accurate with your steering when you line up for the takeoff. Welcome to the most thrilling 9 weeks of your flying career. I'm Lieutenant Diana Dreyer, call sign Apex, U.S. Naval Flight Instructor. I'm here to see if you've got what it takes to be an elite pilot in the FA-18E. Your goal is a high-performance takeoff with an unrestricted climb in full afterburner. First, follow the lineup and wait procedure. Next time, be more accurate with your steering when you line up for the takeoff. Power to mill and keep the jet centered down the runway. Okay, max power. Retract your gear and then set your flaps to auto. Start climbing. Aim your velocity vector at 10 degrees on your pitch scale. As you pass through 300 knots, pitch your nose up 45 degrees for the unrestricted climb. Whoa, that was awesome to watch.
So I'm an idiot. I just realized I was talking for the last hour and my microphone was off. As I said, I'm not the greatest streamer in the world. Oh, that's the ghost, that great thing. I was saying very funny thing in my brain. Yeah, so my microphone was off. You guys didn't hear me commenting on my passion for Top Gun, and now this was my first time flying and learning. But anyway, that's all good. We're gonna try again. This was really fun. Flying in the canyon is really freaking fun. Man, these people have really high scores. That's fine. I wonder if I could like select this and use this as a ghost. That would be kind of cool. World up 10, your position. Well, I mean, I'm only 2,500 out of, I don't know how many there are in the world. I guess it's more than 2,500 playing this video game, you know? We're gonna try again. Restart. This was really fun. This is really fun, and this intro, oh my god. But that section where I blacked out and then went into G-lock and then avoided the mountain was really cool. Alright, so full throttle and afterburners. I said afterburners? Okay, afterburners are afterburning. I'm gonna get low and fast. So I like to swoop when I skydive, low and fast. As low as fast as I can. There is no reason to be above 100 feet, unless you die, I guess. At this point, I don't understand. Is that my ghost? Is that because I died? Basically, I have to redo the section. You know, I don't like that though. I just kind of like wanna. Why do you put me like already like in the second section after I fucked up the first section? I mean, besides this scene is so cool, I would never get tired of rewatching it. Full power, nose to the ground, afterburners. Said afterburners? Okay, afterburners are on. Again, I'm high, but maybe 100 feet is a good balance. 100 feet over the ground, like, oh, that's my ghost. I see it now. Okay, why is he flying faster than I was? I can fly cleaner. I don't know, maybe not. Whose ghost is that? Is that me or is that like a reference? What the hell is going on? Also, why is he flying away from me? That ghost is flying really well. I wonder if it's me. I'm gonna try to fly lower this time. You know, and the other thing is, if you want to fly fast, you almost have to never touch the rudder. The rudder doesn't really do shit except slowing you down at this point when you're like trying to fly fast. Yes, coordinated turn and everything, I get it. Like if you're in a like nice turn with the rudder is good, but for the most part it's all about flying as fast as you fucking can and the rudder. Yep, alright, blacked out again. Hopefully I'm not gonna hit yay! I'm alive! But I feel like I lose a lot of points when I do that. And also I overshoot that reach by 1.5 miles. That was shit. Yeah, it's another B. I don't even know if it's my best score or anything, but I kind of made the same mistake. That was really cool. We're gonna get back on those. These are really cool. I love this kind of challenge. And there are a bunch. I just want to see West Virginia low altitude. Oh my god. Maybe this is the Star Wars Canyon. Let's try California. Cylinder training route. I think that's the Star Wars Canyon, the notorious Star Wars Canyon. Is it? Well, you know, only one way to find out. We're gonna fly it, and we are gonna find out, you know. I think that's Star Wars Canyon, right? I mean, man, these challenges are finally, they put some really fun, really good challenges in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This Maverick DLC or whatever it is, it's really freaking good. If the movie is just as good as this DLC, oh my god, what do we have on our hands? All right, let's fly fast and low. Afterburner, please. I would love to have some afterburners. Am I afterburning? Yeah, I am. Okay. Is that just the goal? Is that the thing? I mean, there are no checkpoints, no sections, no nothing. I'm confused. I guess there are just invisible sections at this point. Yeah, there are. You know, let's try again. Oh, she's gonna put. You know what? Try again. I want to get a feeling for like the ridge crossing maneuver. Yeah. Get the feeling for how the canyon looks like. I think I'm actually gonna fly over the ocean right there. That must be very fast and super easy to fly very low, right? Alright. Afterburners on, and we're gonna fly as low as possible, and I'm gonna fly inside that ridge. I can be even lower. Yeah, 50 feet, you know? Fly 50 feet over water. 20 feet. Yeah, if that was real life, someone would be shitting bricks right now. 20 feet over water, that's low, but that's fine. It's whatever. It's not real life. We can reload. Fly over that road. I'm just gonna kind of like buzz inside that canyon as fast as I can. Well, yeah. I want to be lower, honestly. This is pretty high. But I also kind of don't want to crash into a mountain. It's not ideal. Let's try this section again. And then we're gonna fly from all the way from the top. But this like puts you like at 1,000 feet, so this already puts you like in a very still. But this is actually a nice line. You know, I need to look at this like you look at like a wingsuit or base jumping, swooping. Like you need to find a good line. You need to see the ground and find that line that kind of like makes you happy. And then just fly that line as clean as you can. It's not about just trying to dumbly stay low. It's about finding that line that makes you feel good. And right now I see some lines, but yeah, see, this is where you lose it because you don't have a nice line after the ridge. And then you can probably, I don't know, I kind of like fly over there, I don't know. This is really bad. But I'm also kind of like getting an idea of what's happening here. That's actually the line I want to fly. I kind of want to come up in this ridge like that and maybe not die. I didn't die, but then it kind of like ejects you like so freaking high. There's nothing you can do at this point. And then I know that that's the line probably. Yeah, that's not a bad line. And then I probably want to go in this direction as well as I can. And yeah, kind of like come up in that valley and then boom. Yeah, that's good. That was actually decent. And then I'm gonna go with afterburners. Okay. Now there is a mountain there. That's the fun one. Where am I gonna? When I go into that canyon, go in there. Yeah, that's great. Okay, that was pretty good. My pilot is actually choking on his fucking guts right now. Well, you know what? Oh, I should have kept flying into that canyon. I kind of, again, lost the line right there. I'm just gonna go low now. As fast as I can. Afterburners. Man. Yeah, I lost points. What? I feel like now that's where you just kind of like boost as fast as you can, as low as you can. Full afterburner, full everything. Supersonic about now. Where was the goal? I finished. 1.3 million. That wasn't bad actually. That's a beat. Yeah, that was an interesting flight path I took, but I don't know whose ghost this is. Whose ghost is this? Me? No, because I never flew before. Is that kind of like a reference? The ghost was much faster. But it was a lot of fun. Oh my god. We're gonna try again from the top. This was fun. Yeah, restart. I still don't know if this is like the Star Wars Canyon. I thought the Star Wars Canyon was in Nevada, or maybe it's somewhere else entirely. Who cares? I mean, they're all the same thing, really. So. Alright, let's go. I love this intro. 3, 2, 1, full power. Afterburners. Afterburners, please. Alright, we got afterburner now. We're gonna fly, as I said, low, and I think I wanna fly really low and fast over the water, honestly. I mean, we have the water, and the water is super easy to kind of like fly low. Why would I not use that? And the ghost is already taking advantage, I think, by doing all these little jobs. I'm already kind of like suboptimal. I'm flying at like Mach 0.98 at 20 feet over water. That's yeah, I mean, honestly, if this was real life, yeah, I don't think you would get much faster and whatever than that. I'm gonna fly inside this valley now. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do that thing where I try to fly a line rather than just dumbly kind of like flying over mountains and shit, and just find a line that I think it's beautiful. Yeah, that was good. Stay close to the ground. Yeah, that's the line. That's my line. I was too high to enter it, and now I'm gonna pay for it. I knew it. I was too high to enter it, but that's the line I want next time. I kinda wanna find this river and cleanly, you know, at this point I don't think I can get to this river cleanly the way I want, but the idea is to really just get in here and keep my belly over the dirt like that. And I bet that's the other line. I kind of want to do this switcheroo where I go from valley to valley. I think that's actually not a bad way to do it. Although I'm losing a lot of points, so it's hard for me to say. That's only like 47 seconds. That's an eternity. Yeah, I'm flying low. Yeah, I'm flying fast, but I'm not sure this is the fastest route. And the fastest route is almost always a straight line, right? I mean, physics. And now I'm like, come on, dude. That's the line. I'm gonna die. It would have been a good idea. Good idea, bad execution, what's the name? To kind of like fly in there. Because it is kind of fun to kind of like fly, you know, like that. But also unpredictable. And I'm not even sure if it's worth it, like in terms of like speed and points. Yeah, sure, I mean, you're as... Nah, fuck me. You're as low as you can, but... Also, all these crashes, I'm sure they mean you're losing a lot of time. So, I don't know. Like, it's fun, but I need to figure out... We're just gonna look at it. Also, yeah, this looks like California now that I'm thinking about it. I was gonna say, this doesn't look like California, but yeah, it is. Yeah, now I don't know how to get to the goal, so I'm just gonna go straight for it. I mean... Yeah. Okay. I mean, flying low, I'm flying low. I'm gonna do this, why not? Ah, okay. Show off, right? It's better to just fly low, I guess. And I guess the goal is that the less is more, right? Fewer correction you give to fly, and the better you fly. So that was shit. That was definitely shit. Yeah, it's a B because I think, you know, let's try something else. I think it's just whatever. It's easy to get a B. Alaska low altitude, reach mountain. You know, I wonder what this shit is. Oh, you have a dark star? Wait, like... How long is this? 35 minutes? Mach 4? Hold on, but now I have like a... Hold on, now I have like a dark star jet, like I can fly the dark star like in regular... Hold on. Like, now I have a dark star, I can just fly it in the video game? Nah. Nah. Oh, yes! Oh, this is awesome! Oh my god, what the fuck is this? I know that it was in the trailer of the movie, but... Oh, sorry. Fuck that challenge thing, I need to fly it. I'm gonna fly it over... sure, over Rome, or... Capodichino, Crotone, Trapani. I'm gonna fly it over Torino. I meant to fly over Turin. What the fuck is this thing? Oh my god. This DLC for free. Oh my god. Microsoft really, like, this was a gift I wasn't expecting tonight to just log in and see this DLC. I think I've read it was supposed to come out at some point. Sure, yes, why not? But what the hell? I wonder if the Dark Star is, like, I know it's like made for the movie, but if, like, what kind of like UAV experimental prototype rumor they based it off, you know, if there is like a... What the hell? Okay, that's, yeah, okay, that's probably not very scenographic, awesome, but, okay, that's, it's clearly fake and made for a movie, Mach 3, and it flies well. Oh, Afterburner, okay, I need to watch this thing from outside, burning with the Afterburners. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's, oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm Maverick, alright. Camera, cockpit. So here it says Mach 3.6. This is basically the Aurora or whatever it is. I'm flying very fast. I wanna go as high as I can. It's really hard to fly because you don't see shit, but it's awesome. It's like a scramjet, basically. Yeah, I don't think you would be able to turn with this, like, a Mach 3.6 this aggressive. Like, a turn in Mach 3.6 takes, like, several minutes. The structure, yeah, we're really like a 3G, but in reality, that's the G meter, but in reality, it would be much worse and much more. So I'm going to space, what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm going to space. Afterburners, and we're gonna see how. So we're really like a what? Oh my god, I can't read how fast is that thing going up? 1,400,000 feet? What the hell? Tell me my actual altitude on this thing. I think I'm in space. 200. Is that 200,000 feet? Yeah, it's 200,000 feet. Oh my god. Stop climbing. This is space. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. Oh my god, this is awesome. Yeah, 200,000 feet. That's Italy from 200,000 feet. That's the Lago Maggiore, probably. These lakes right here. Holy shit. Yeah, Mach 4. Holy shit, this is space. Oh my god. Yeah, we're in space, guys. I'm losing control. This is not nice. Oh my god. Oh, it's because I'm in orbit? Is that because, like, I'm way too high? I just basically went ballistic? Is that what's happening? I think that's what's happening. Yeah, this is 230. What's that? Yeah, 235,000 feet, and I just went ballistic, and yeah. So I'm gonna die eventually. Or it's gonna take control slowly. Maybe when like it re-enters the atmosphere. That's interesting. So if I go back to my cockpit, that's a crazy view. Mach 2, but now I have control again. Now I can actually go back to somewhat level flight, give a little bit of throttle. Well, within reason, right? Oh, yeah, that's. Now I lost it. Where am I here on the map? Okay. I wanted to go toward Lago di Garda. Also, I think in real life the forces on this airplane would have just like destroyed it. But oh my god, that's so cool that they actually put this thing that allows you to fly like, well, toward the end of the atmosphere. Why is this thing still kind of like wobbling and not really flying at this point? Is that because I'm still like... It's losing altitude as much as flying faster than it was getting earlier. And why is it not pitching up? Incorrect altitude settings. Set the altimeter, press B. I did press B and it's not working. stress this thing. I knew it. But that's cool. That's cool that that you have this option of flying this jet. This, you know. That was really cool. No, I'm stoked as fuck that that you have this thing. Do you have levers for it? No. But what you have levers for is the F-18. Now I can set the. Where is the F-18? There it is. Now in this case I do have the levers Maverick. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this because oh my god, like it says Captain Pete Mitchell Maverick. So yeah. This is amazing. This is what I always wanted. Every time it gets me. Every time this soundtrack gets me. Oh, I'll never get tired of it. It's the best soundtrack. One of the best soundtracks in a movie. It's on par with, you know, Sergio Leone's movies, Star Wars, Hans Zimmerman, John Williams. This is on par. We're gonna do, what was the other training? Ridge crossing? Yeah, let's see what it says about ridge crossing. So what it wants us to do, yeah, practice ridge crossing clouds, sure. Maximizing visibility, maintaining speed. Try to roll and maintain between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Of what? Yeah, ideally to 135 degrees of what? This is not clear. I mean, what does it mean? Trying to roll to maintain between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, ideally 135 degrees. I wonder if it means basically your roll angle so that you can basically see stuff in the cockpit? I don't know. Maybe the voice, the nice lady will talk to us. Yeah, see, anticipate. That's the most important thing. It's almost like music, a symphony. You already need to know what you cannot let yourself be surprised by what's happening next. If you wait to see what's happening next, you're already behind the curve. It's like when I swoop. I already need to know what my next input is gonna be. I don't need to react to what is gonna happen to me because when I'm flying, you know, foot across the ground at 90 miles an hour. If I wait, it's already too late. So
Today,
let's see what to
focus on ridge crossing, a vital skill for fighter pilots. It's a maneuver that allows pilots to hug terrain such as mountains and ridges. This flight profile allows you to maintain positive G-forces, speed, and a clear view ahead. Approach the top of the cloud and prepare to perform a roll. As you can see, your HUD's bank angle information can't track beyond 45 degrees. At the top of the cloud, maintain a bank angle between 90 and 180 degrees, ideally right at 135. Roll the jet. Descend to lower altitude, making sure to avoid contact with clouds. Roll back to an upright attitude. Now return the jet to straight and level.
So that's what they want me to do, basically. Okay, always use the positive pitch to fly. That makes sense.
Stabilize the jet at the base of your descent. Stable.
Yep. I got it. Cross.
You did well, and you'll do better next time. There's always room for improvement. Next
That's a
time,
beat.
try to maintain a 135-degree bank angle during the dive. Keep practicing this maneuver and nail it with precision.
That's a bit. Yeah, and she bitched about the 135-degree angles, which in fact wasn't really that bad. What I did bad was initially the 19,000 feet. Holding a 19,000 feet, which again, We're gonna try again. I bet I can get an A. Did I get an A in the previous one eventually? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so
Today,
19,000
focus on ridge
feet.
crossing, a vital skill for fighter pilots. It's a maneuver that allows pilots to
And I
hug
already
terrain
fucked
such
up
as
because
mountains
that
and
thing
ridges.
went really gray
This
from
flight
green,
profile
so...
allows you to maintain positive G-forces, speed, and a clear view ahead. Approach the top of the cloud
Well,
and
maybe
prepare
that
to
sounds so
perform a
bad.
roll. As you can see, your HUD's bank angle information can't track beyond 45 degrees. At the top of the cloud, maintain a bank angle between 90 and 180 degrees, ideally right at 135. Roll the jet. Descend to lower altitude, making sure to avoid contact with clouds. Roll back to an upright attitude. Now return the jet to straight and level. Stabilize the jet at the base of your descent. Stabilize the jet at the base of your descent. Practice makes perfect, so with more attempts, you'll master this form of complicated flying.
No, yeah, not the initial part. The 135 degrees was bad. I don't understand what she needs. The bank, or like 135 degrees. What does that mean? I guess, yeah, I guess it wants this sort of like angling. She's weird. It's not a very engineering
Today,
way of doing
focus
things,
on
but
ridge
yeah.
crossing, a
So
vital
that's all
skill
it
for
there.
fighter
That's all
pilots.
19,000
It's a
feet.
maneuver
That's
that
fine.
allows pilots to hug terrain such as mountains and ridges. This flight profile allows you to maintain positive G-forces, speed, and a clear view
Now
ahead.
I cannot be any more
Approach the
precise
top
than
of the
that.
cloud, then prepare to perform a roll. As you can see, your HUD's bank angle information can't track beyond 45 degrees. At the top of the cloud, maintain a bank angle between 90 and 180 degrees, ideally right at 135.
I got it.
Roll the jet. Descend to lower altitude, making sure to avoid contact with clouds. Roll back to an upright attitude. Now return the jet to straight and level. Stabilize the jet.
I think that was good.
Congratulations, you're now ready to try flying low and hugging actual terrain.
That was an A. If that's not an A, no, that was pretty good. Yeah, same. That was pretty good. I knew it. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Training. What's the last training? Split S maneuver. Okay, I don't know what the split S maneuver is exactly. So, maintain 250 knots. Be inverted. You're like, because I was inverted. That's pretty awesome. Classic tactic with alpha roll, alpha loop. Because I was inverted. So basically what we're gonna do, 180 degree roll to go inverted. And now I'm doing even the gesture of the movie with the hands because I was inverted. Pull back gently on the stick. Don't exceed 7.5 G at the bottom of the loop Y. You'll finish the maneuvering flying in the opposite direction which you began the maneuver and can make any final level adjustments. So it's easy. We fly, we do a roll to invert, we pull a loop, and we fly straight. I mean, that's, they call it a split test, it's really just a loop-de-loop. Technical term. Should be easy, should be fun, shouldn't be too complicated. Watch me fail miserably, you know. Like 15 times in a row. Okay, so fly.
Let's see how well you handle the FA-18E in the air. Maintain
Oh, I handle it
350
right.
knots
Yeah, I
and
can
keep
maintain
above
it.
10,000 feet. I want you to show me how you execute a split S, a classic maneuver.
Well, I'll split
Let's
you,
start
alright.
by rolling 180 degrees into an inverted attitude.
Boom. Got it.
Pull back on the stick. Keep the maneuver fluid. Now return the jet to straight and level. Great job. Very impressive performance.
Yeah, dude, I've been doing this thing since I was like 5 years old on flight simulators. Come on. Come on, come on, like, come on. And that kind of like hurts me because this would have been like a perfect score. I'm gonna try just because I kind of want to get the perfect score. I think but this is good. This is good. But, you know, yeah, why not? I want to impress this, like, nice lady that talks to me. Yeah, so 350 feet. We're gonna hold
Let's see how well you
350
handle
feet.
the FA-18E in the air. Maintain 350 knots and keep above 10,000 feet. I want you to show me how you execute a split S, a classic maneuver. Let's start by rolling 180 degrees into an inverted attitude.
Yeah, that's hard to maintain 350 knots, really. That's the hardest thing.
Pull back on the stick. Keep the maneuver fluid.
And when I do this, I like to actually cut back on my throttle because I'm already gaining speed when I do this kind of maneuver and I'm pointing at the ground, so I actually go like 0 throttle in this phase of the maneuver. And then what I like to do is as I come out of this loop, I like to add back throttle.
Now return the jet to straight and level.
Yeah, like that.
Pull back on the stick and apply
Like that.
power. Great
And
job.
I'm already like
Very
a
impressive
530 knots, right? So like I gained so much speed anyway. Yeah, that's an A. And again, this hurts me because everything else is perfect, but that initial part, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I can try again. We're gonna try one more time, just because I kind of like that thing. It just bothers me those 350 feet that like I overshoot or go under like by 3 knots, and it's like, oh my god, like come on.
Let's
Like,
see how well you handle the FA-18E in the air.
see, like I'm
Maintain
already
350
slow
knots
because
and
like,
keep above 10,000 feet. I want you to show me how you execute a split S, a classic maneuver. Let's start by rolling 180 degrees into an inverted attitude. Pull back on the stick. Keep the maneuver fluid.
yeah, this is fluid as fuck, boy.
Now return the jet to straight and level. Great job. Very impressive performance.
That's an A. That's better. Still not perfect. This bothers me. This is not perfect and it bothers me so much, but yeah, you know what? That's fine. Oh, we completed training. That was pretty fun. Yeah, no, and I'm gonna stop. I kind of want to look at the carrier landing at least once. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. We're gonna stop the streaming for today. This was awesome. I can't wait to play some more of this, like Maverick DLC. Oh my god, what have they done? They've done my like dream of a kid's come true. Dream of a kid come true, you know? So yeah, that was awesome. It was pretty good.